Hello, my beautiful and wonderful friends out there in Cyberland. Anyway, it's your friend Kevin with today's card from Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck by Kyle Gray with lovely images by Lily Moses. Let's get right to the cards and see what is in store for this. All right, so should have opened that up and done a big reveal, shouldn't I? But anyway, here we go. Um, Starting off the week, we had this past week, if you will, we had the shaman on Tuesday, the energy of winter, on Wednesday, the energy of summer, on Thursday, a broken arrow, on Friday, an arrow, on Saturday, yesterday, the guardian angel. You're not alone. Today, Sunday, 19th of June 2022, the card of the mountain, standing your ground. Now, the mountain card, the symbol of the mountain, represents being grounded as well as reaching the tips of the mountain up into heaven. So if I were to interpret this for today's energy, it would be in anything that you are attempting to do, wanting to do, or focusing on. Sometimes it is necessary to stand your ground, to stand strong, and stand still. Oftentimes, when there is something guiding us forward, a goal, a dream, something we're really wanting to occur, it, they, them, whatever that is, doesn't happen quite as quickly or in the way that we would be hoping it would. Just like the mountain that's gone through several seasons, it's been the home for animals, it's allowed humans to climb on it. Sometimes we have to stay rooted in the focus of what we're looking to do. And normally I found myself that in my life that has gone by, once a goal has been set, an idea that's yes, there's this I want it now, that sort of, childlike demanding energy. Well, for some things to line up perfectly, it takes a little bit of maneuvering and shifting. That's where the grounding comes in. If you're looking at setting a goal, the sabotage would be typically rooted in the fact that there's a disbelief that it's going to happen, or there is a shift that perhaps the goal needs to be bigger, the focus needs to be wider, but always the groundedness must be deeper. When I taught, practiced yoga, initially I was irritated when we would be in a pose and the teacher would call for 5 deep breaths. I wanted to keep moving, and for some of the classes that were a little more fitness based, that's what the order would be, 1 breath per movement. But in all of it, every single pose, yoga, fitness, I don't know what you want to call it, walking, anything, it's all grounded deeply into the earth. As like humans, we've got this ability to stay steady, steadfast, secure, and still be able to let our minds and our imagination, our creativity, mental thoughts and feelings fly up high. There are times when the thoughts and the feelings and the mental creativity is ungrounded unsettled, unstable, and it's a bit like a helium balloon that you've let go of. It goes all over the place. There's nothing to hold it down. So I think the energy of today for you and me and all of us is, particularly if you are being battered mentally, emotionally, spiritually by cultural shifting, find your root in that time, space, place. You know, that could be a library, it could be a tree. You know, one of the things I absolutely love to do, if I'm feeling all cattywampus crazy, like my thought, and they always do. I'm guilty. It's just like the next person of flying off the handle and going, you know, cattywampus as I call it, sitting with my back up against an oak tree or a strong tree, or going in the middle of the ocean, the forest, where there is a grounding, where there is this feeling of, woof, you know, the roots of this tree has been here for 100 years, especially if they're oaks. And maybe taking your shoes and socks off and digging into the sand or the dirt or the earth. Maybe even sitting by a bonfire, if it's safe to do so. Let's not start any wildfires. Those kind of things. The earthy, grounded stuff. So for today, maybe it's time for you to look at where the wheels of the wagon are flying off or not, and look at how you are really feeling about what's happening. And then perhaps sit with a good book under a tree. In the northern hemisphere here, we are experiencing a heat wave. I don't know what's happening in the southern hemisphere. I would imagine somewhat the polar opposite. I've been on several calls this week with my mentoring groups. We were on one on Thursday with Radley Valentine and Mooney Syed. Somebody was commenting they were down in Australia. They were saying it's below freezing there, which is unusual. We are all experiencing these unusual shifts and shakes. But there's a camaraderie among people. There's a feeling that if you're feeling it, they're feeling it, they're feeling it, they're feeling it, and they're feeling it. When you get that, if you're grounded and you're stable and you're secure, you offer that platform for all the others. It's like a ripple effect. And I tell you, in my experience, people gravitate towards someone who feels secure and grounded, even if we don't think we know what's happening next. And that's kind of fun. It is fun to just sort of like, okay, well, right now, this minute, this is where I'm at. Who knows what will happen in 12 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours. It can be fearful or it can be beautiful. It depends on how you look at it. And this is kind of where that mountain energy comes in. It's stable. It's secure. Count on what you know you can count on. Count on where you know you can be. And then let everything else just kind of be like tumbleweeds. All right, my friends, listen, I love you. I'll be back soon with next week's videos. And until next time, be well and lots of love. Bye.